Good morning, good morning. We are live, baby. We're about to make some money here on the Nasdaq. Market is flushing today. Jesus Christ. No warning or nothing. Let's see where we can get in on here. Huge sell-off here at the open. Huge sell-off. What's going on? Market is wilding. Market's going crazy. Holy smokes. All right, let's see what kind of news we have today. What do we got? What do we have? GDP at 830, jobless claim at 830. Pending home index. This is the one we gotta watch out for at 10 a.m. Let's keep an eye out for that one. Pending home sales. All right, we'll keep an eye on it. Right now we're in this downtrend right here. And we seem to be rejecting here at the low of this trend. Market's coming down pretty aggressively. Let's mark out this previous high from yesterday. This is yesterday's high of day, where we could see a bounce here. You see buyers. Let's go mark this. I like to mark these previous day high and lows purple. So previous day high, previous day low. It's gonna be purple. Okay. What else? What else? What else? We can mark this pre-market high. Let's mark out this pre-market high right here. And let's label that PMH pre-market high. Let's go. And what else? What else? What else? Okay, so we're coming down. We're on a downtrend. Very strong sell-off at open. Market's coming down. Market's coming down. Go ahead and copy this, copy paste. And this is going to be our pre-market low. Pre-market low, pre-market high. Okay. I would like to see sellers punch through this pre-market yesterday's high of day. Hopefully break below it and use it as resistance. That'll be nice. We can jump in on puts there. We can hit it down here below the support line. Here comes the sellers going down. They're going down, guys. There she is. There she is. There she is. All right. So yeah. So I'm looking for us to break below here. I want to see a strong push here because we kind of took our time here. Price took a long time to come down from here. So I expect this to break on the way down. Expecting this to break and continue lower. There we are. Beautiful. Beautiful move. Let's go. It's a huge sell-off right here. No buyers in sight. No buyers in sight. Here. We got a huge gap below. It's gonna be coming down to fill that gap. Sellers are still in. Looking very strong here. Sellers are looking very strong here. Let's go down to a lower time frame here on the Nasdaq. I want to take a closer look at if this goes up, where I'm expecting to find some kind of resistance here. I'd like for us to stay below this rally gap here to show that sellers are they're really out here like that. You feel me? I want to see that they're really out here like that. Yes, sir. All right, all right. Good morning, Lenny. What's going on, brother? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I ended up getting in on some shorts over here. Prices now come down quite a lot. You have a gap to fill here on the Qs. You have a huge gap to fill right here. Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good here. Just chilling, man. Getting this, trying to get something out this market today. Trying to lock in some profits. Want to see us stay below yesterday's high of day. This is yesterday's high of day. So if you look at the entire day yesterday, this is the highest point. I'm looking for this to act as resistance. We have news at 10 a.m. We have pending home sales. Pending home sales. We might get a pullback up here. I prefer we don't. I prefer we stay below this line here. All right, we got this huge gap right here, guys. We got a gap here, so we're expecting this to fill. Expecting this gap to fill. So we're not looking to buy this market. Definitely don't be buying this market, please. Please don't buy it. It's a very strong sell-off here. We've broken out of this channel. And whenever price breaks out of this channel, right? Whenever price breaks out of this channel, if it breaks to below it, then it's letting me know there's a whole lot of selling going on. And most likely it's just gonna come down very aggressively. It's very rare for price to break below it and then come back into it like this. It's just not usual. I mean, it can happen, but it's not usual. Same thing if it breaks to the upside, right? If it breaks just a little bit, it can still fall back in. But if it breaks like really far out, very aggressive, right? This is very aggressive right here. This is aggressive. So when it does this, it's usually just gonna continue lower. So that's what I'm looking for here. We saw that little pullback there. We go down to the 1 minute, might see it clearly. But we broke this line right here. And then you see this little pullback here. Price pulled back. Right? So we're seeing confirmation that price wants to come go lower. We could find some buyers here. We might get somewhat of a pullback here. I could expect price to pull back at this zone. So what we could get is price tap into here, maybe pulls back, something like that. Something like that, guys. There it is. We tapped into that zone right there, and we're seeing the candlestick is starting to wick. We could see a pullback here. It's a possibility. Good morning, Manny. What's up, man? See you there. I see you showing up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's lock in, man. Let's get to the money. Ask questions if you guys need to. That's why we're here. Make the most out of this time. So good. We got the 15-minute range already, so we can go ahead and move that as well. So that range should be here. Holy smoke. Sellers are absolutely destroying this market today. They're destroying this market today, man. Holy smokes, man. What a day. What a day. I'm expecting we get some kind of pullback. No way this is just gonna. Here it comes. I think this might be the pullback here. This could be the pullback here. Okay, so we're expecting a pullback, right? We're expecting this pullback. We want to see price move up. That's okay. We want to see that. But we want to see continuation of the sellers moving price down lower to fill this gap. We can manage to pull back to either maybe this fair value gap here on the 5-minute time frame. We could look to enter here, or we could just reject off the 15-minute range low as well. So we're just gonna wait for that confirmation to happen. Go down to 2-minute. Here's that pullback. Let's see. Okay, we're tapping into that fair value gap here on the 5-minute. Possibility we can see sellers here. I'm gonna see some kind of weakness from the buyers. I'm gonna see weakness. I want to see this not past the 50% of this move, 50% line. So 0.5, no higher than here. No higher than, I want to see it not go higher than here on this pullback. So maybe pull back here, turn around, maybe pull back here. Either one of these spots. So this is what it looks like on the 5-minute here. This is what it looks like on the 2-minute. These are practically the same thing. So we're seeing that, okay, we got a smaller buying candle. So the buyers are getting weaker as we're going up, right? So that's a good sign. Buyers losing interest on this as we get higher on this pullback. Buyers still there. Waiting patiently, waiting patiently. Yeah, we're still going up here. This would be a good spot to see some sellers. There we go. That's the sellers right there. If you're looking for your entry, that's a pretty clear entry right there. Right. Give it a little bit of room. There we go. Something like that. Something like that. Now it's just let it do its thing. That's it, man. Job here is done. Definitely give it some room. expecting to see this gap fill, so I like that here we saw weakness from the buyers as we was getting higher up. We saw the buyers weaker candles, lower volume, and then we get this red candle, high volume. So got a clear sign here. Clear sign there. Clear sign. All right, as this thing goes down, you can start to collect profits on the way down. If you like to do a one-to-one, it'll probably be like around here. One-to-one. Around here. And then you can do a 1 or 2. Right? Once we break below this low right here, once we break below this low, so once we have a red candle close below this low right here, you can go ahead and move your stop to break even. And just let it, you know, you'll have a risk-free trade on your hands, so that way take the stress off your chest. And for now we wait because this can still come back up and then come down. So you have to give it space here. Everything clear so far for you guys? We'd love to see another candle close below this 15-minute range here. Be nice if we get that confirmation. Now, if for some reason the market pushes up here to where essentially where the stops would be, and then it starts to push again, I would go heavy on this trade. Whenever you see strength after the market pulling up to where the stops would essentially be, and then you see strength from the sellers again, then it's we usually get a very strong move after that. Because what the market is doing then is searching liquidity, stopping out traders, and then it's going to you know, move in its direction. So long as we stay below the 21 EMA here, it's still pretty good. Stay below the 21 EMA. Think she's ready to go. Think she's ready to go. We got a red hammer candle here. This shit, I think it's gonna flush. If we did have some kind of support here, this just kind of confirmed it, that it broke below. The only thing I don't like about this setup right here is that here on the QQQs, price is just between the 21 and the VWAP. But since this morning the sellers were very strong, we should have no problem breaking this 21 EMA here and then continuing lower. There it is. There it is. Let's go. Let's go, man. Yo, we called this shit out clean today, bro. Oh my god. 2 days in a row. Let's go. That was clean. We knew the pullback, right? We knew the pullback was coming. We knew the pullback was coming. I had this set up here. We knew that fair value gap was there. Sell side fair value gap. It's putting the clues together, man. These are all the clues. So I knew prices over here, it's gonna push up. And I knew over here, it's gonna push down. And now you just wait for confirmation. The candlesticks meet your idea that the market's gonna move in your direction. And then now you execute. Now you can move your stop to break even. Wherever you enter, you put your stop at break even. You hit your 1-to-1, you can take some profits here, and then you can leave some runners going. This is gonna be a quick morning. Get in, get out. We're gonna be done real early today, man. Real early today. Let me take a look at the S&P here. Okay, that's looking okay. Good. I want to see which one of these, the SPY or the QQQ, gets to this demand zone first. Because right here, we could break below yesterday's closing price. But I'm expecting to see some buyers here before we break. She's gone. Oh my god. Yo, let's go, man. Let me see some W's in the chat. Yo. Let's get freaking hyped up, man. This is what we do, man. We take these losses, man. We take this beating from the market, but it's just a lesson for us to learn the right way to do things. That's all it is. This thing is flushing, dude. Oh my god. It's gonna be an early day for me, man. As soon as we hit that demand zone, I'm out. As a matter of fact, if I see some buyers right now, I'm out. Let's see here. Well, I'm gonna close my trade there. Just because I don't need to. I don't care about those extra dollars. You know what, $2-3, whatever. But that's just because I'm doing this last contract I'm holding is options. I'm already done on futures, but the options one, I'd rather just close it there. But yeah, this is gonna come down. It's gonna fill. I'm working on controlling my greed right now because I lost a lot of trades. I lost a lot of money, a lot of opportunities, being greedy, and I'm just working on it. I don't mind taking profit a little bit early. Also, sometimes what can happen is when we get to zones like this demand zone, sometimes the price can pop real hard, and if you put your limit order to sell your contract down here and price pops like that, what's gonna happen is it's gonna leave your order pending, and then you're gonna be screwed. So make sure when you exit this trade, take a market order. Don't do a limit order on this one. If you're doing futures, it's different because futures can get you out pretty quick. A limit order on future is not the same as a limit order on options. Options tends to be a little bit slower, right? The market's a little bit more liquid in futures, so there's usually plenty of buyers for any seller, right? At any point. So alright, we're just gonna turn that, close that off, take this off. We already know prices wants to coming down. There's demand zone, so that's it. Here comes the next push. Sheesh, we up 126% on options. Let's go. Let's go. There she goes. Let's clean up this chart a little bit. It's getting a little messy in here. There we go. This would be kind of like the ultimate target down here. If you want to continue holding for the day, right? And the reason for this whole sell-off, right, isn't some kind of news. Like, maybe there is some kind of news that can affect it, but if you go here on the weekly time frame, so 1 week, right? So every candlestick is 1 week. is what you're gonna notice. And if you're paying attention, you're gonna notice what is up here, right? This red box right here coming out of this previous high. If you mark up the last green candle before the strong move down, it gives you a supply zone. So you have a weekly supply zone up here, right? And the weekly time frame is a very strong, it's a very high time frame. So you know for sure this thing is gonna be, it's gonna be a big sell-off from here. This would be a good spot, right? This opening was a good spot to swing shorts as well. Good spot to swing shorts up here. Swing them for like a week later or something. Yo, what up, Ness? What's good, man? Yo, you get on them shorts, man? I know you be getting on them quick. I'm already out. I'm already out of this. So I got out here and notice, like, I have no doubt that price is eventually gonna come down here. I have no doubt about that. Right? Even if it goes up right now, I know that before the end of the day today, we're gonna hit this low. Okay, we're gonna hit this low. Now on futures, I already made my profits. I don't need any more money. I got plenty. On options, I gotta manage my position a little bit different, because in options you have data, right? And if I have a low contract of like 30, 40, 50 bucks, right? And I took my shorts up here and I got out right here, I make a little bit more because of the momentum here, right? The price not pulling back as it's coming down builds up your profits a lot faster. If I get in here and then I have a $30 contract or $20 contract and price gets down here, and then from here for some reason price now wants to go up here and then come down here, and then it takes 3 hours for it to come back down here, then this little extra here, this little extra that I could be claiming in profits, right, from here to here, right, it's gonna make me less money than if I would have exited here. Because I don't know how this, if it pulls back and then it eventually comes down, if this takes 2 hours, 3 hours to do this move, by the time I get down here, I would be in less profits than I was over here. So if you're trading options, you have to really know your shit. You have to really strategize with the way you trade. Especially if you're trading lower contracts. If you're trading $30, $40, $50 contracts, the best thing for you to do is just to catch the momentum and exit before that thing starts to range or pull back. Because like I said, if it takes an hour to 2 hours for it to go up and then come back down and touch here to hit your, essentially what would be the profit target zone, then you're gonna lose money because you have to wait so long. Okay, so what I did was I was like, okay, I'll take my profits right here. I don't mind missing out on this little bit right here because I have a cheaper contract, right? So I don't mind missing out on this tiny little bit of profits just so I can get out here and claim the most that I can. I don't know if that makes sense, but if you guys understand what I'm saying, you'll know. But now this is not, it's not always the case. That's, like I see right here that this sell-off is pretty strong. But sometimes this shit will happen where it'll pull back and it'll take forever to come back to, you know what I'm saying, to hit your profit target. And that's what I like to avoid when I trade options. Is I like to avoid holding past like a deep pullback and then have it like range and then like hours later come down. But that's just me, you know, that's just me, that what I've learned with my experience with options, that I learned that that's better, just to take profit whether momentum's in your favor. If I can avoid holding a pullback, I'd rather avoid holding a pullback. In fact, I got shorts. I got some shorts here, and I exited here. I exited here on my options contract, and then I went back in on shorts over here. I went back on shorts here and was able to ride that all the way down. So by not holding through this pullback, I was able to collect profits here and then jump back on shorts here and avoid the waiting, right? The theta being against me. There she is. See, as I said, I know for a fact, I know she's coming down to me. I know that. It's no doubt. But whether that was gonna take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, an hour to 3 hours, that part I don't know, you know. Plus, like I said, from here to here, I mean, it's not gonna be a huge difference in profit, right? It's not gonna be like, oh my god, I just made like another 100. It's gonna be a couple bucks, you know, like it's not gonna be crazy. All right, who made some money today, man? What's good? You guys are still on them puts? It's 10:20 a.m. and I'm up 126%. I'm done for the day. I'm done. If you can manage to, you know, get your hands on some real money, you know, $10,000-$20,000, bro, and you get 100% on your investment, 100% return, dude, you're gonna be killing these markets, man. Killing these markets. I'm expecting this sell-off to continue for probably the rest of the day. But I'm gonna be on the lookout. I'm not gonna be in front of the charts for much longer, but I'm gonna be on the lookout in case the price does come down and then ends up hitting a supply zone or something, and then I'll look for more shorts. Okay, so there it is. You guys got your profit target smashed. $22% up. Let's go, man. Congratulations, man. Good shit. Let's go, man. That's what you need to do, man. Seize the opportunity when it's there. hit that damn buy button or sell button with confidence, man. When you know what you're looking at, you know that the market's coming down, man. You know, as soon as I saw this candle, I was like, oh shit, I gotta jump on puts like ASMP. This massive red candle. This is the signal really that said shit, puts right now, right this second. Now, oh, let me wait and see, and let me take a look at the other time frame. I saw this, I was like, all right, puts, and look at all this. Once you see it, man, just gotta smash that button, man. Like I always say, the best setups are going to be with the direction of the moving average. Most of the setups, most of them, not all of them, but most of the better setups are gonna be in the direction of the moving averages, in the direction of the VWAP, right? It's the reason why I have these lines up there. Okay. Now I'm going off of this one here. I'm not going off of this one. I'm not trading. I'm trading. I'm prioritizing the NQ. That's why I'm trading. My shit is futures. I dabble a little options. My shit's futures. So I'm looking here, and I'm seeing, oh shit, we got an A+ setup right here. We got an A+ setup right here. Right with this candle right here. It's massive candle. A+ setup. Only option that went up 56%, ran out the house 56. Shit, that's really good. That's really good, man. That's really good money, man. And it didn't require you to clock into a place of business. It didn't require you to respond to a boss or to meet with your supervisor. It didn't require you to get in the car and go drive somewhere through traffic. So if you have this kind of opportunity in front of you and you're not taking action, bro, you're gonna miss out. If you got this kind of opportunity that you can wake up, place a trade, and make 20%, 50%, 100% of your investment from the comfort of your house or wherever you're from, as long as you have your phone or laptop, then you really don't know what you have in front of you. Okay? This is why, like, when I first learned about trading, I was all in on trading. I was all in. Once I saw this opportunity that I had in front of me, bro, I was immediately hitting the charts right away. Right away. What do I need to do to get better? How do I practice this stuff? Right? Can I simulate? Can I it's the practice. Practicing is free. You can practice for free, bro. You can practice this stuff 24/7 for free. You can become a master at this stuff, dude. You can make that 56% into 1,000% easy if you just put in the work. If you just put in the work. You see how I'm calling this shit out, bro? I struggled through the most. Because out of the group of people that I know, I didn't have somebody teaching me this stuff. I had to learn on my own, right? And to be able to call, all right, the market's coming down. All right, it's going up here. It's going to pull back. All right, here it's going to turn. Like, being able to do all that, man, it just tells you how much work I put into this stuff, man. How much blood, sweat, and tears I put into it. Sleepless nights. I stayed up late, waking up early, simulating over and over and over again, trying different strategies, failing, and losing money, bro. Losing money that I was that I could have used for food, losing money that I could have used for maybe improve my life, using money that I could have used to take care of bills. Like, I put it all into trading. I put it all into trading because I knew what I had in front of me, dude. Now, I'm not saying everybody go ahead and spend all your money on trading, but if you know what you have in front of you and you trust the ability within yourself to learn this stuff, to apply yourself consistently and learn this stuff the right way, the return on it is gonna be unlimited, dude. You will annihilate these markets, man. Because these things that we're seeing here, everything that you're seeing here today, it repeats itself, dude. It's like this day already happened. If I could just go like probably a couple of weeks back or a few months back, you're gonna see a similar day to this. So you can simulate when the market's coming down, so that you practice, and learn the habits of how the market moves. You can simulate it when it's going up. You can simulate it when it's ranging, right? These are the three different directions right here on the market. These are the three different directions here, right? Market goes up, it goes sideways on a range, and it goes down. It's not that complicated. It's really not that complicated. You just have to put in a lot of practice so that you understand it better. On the working process of learning, yeah, man, that's what's up. That's what's up. Congratulations, man. Good for you. Good for you. You're gonna have a successful future in the market. You're gonna have a successful future. Now, if you really get crazy, you could do the shit that I did. You could sell here, right? You could sell here, scalp that, and then you can sell here, scalp this, right? You can buy here, scalp this. You will be a scalping beast. You can be a scalping beast. This is a demand zone, the gap's filling. This is a given, bro. You don't even gotta tell me, is the market gonna pull back here? I'm planning on it, right? I'm planning on the market pulling back here, right? I was planning on market pulling back here. That's why I said, all right, as soon as we tap into this demand zone, what I say price is gonna jump, right? It's gonna jump, and I said don't do a limit order, because if you place your limit order down at this low right here, place your limit order down here, and price pops, it's gonna leave your order pending, and now you're gonna be fucked. You feel me? So do a market order when you're coming down to areas like this. If you're gonna hold the movement, right, you want to exit at the very last moment, you better do a market order, because you will lose. This will happen to you, and this is how bad it could get, right? Let's say you waited all this and you claim all this profit, and price gets down here. Let's say you put your limit order and it leaves it pending, and then price, right, it leaves your order pending, and you're like, all right, I'll just wait until price comes back down and takes me out, and then it starts to go up, and now you start to lose profits, and this is where you start to panic, and you're like, oh shit, I should have done a market order. Now I'm stuck down here. My limit order is still stuck down here, and now I'm losing all my profits, right? When you go through these experiences, this is how you're able to learn through these experiences, and you're able to see what I'm pointing out, which is, you know what, I'd rather exit early. I exited here. I'm not stressed about these extra $2, right? I'm not stressed about that. I'd rather exit here, because I know what can happen if I wait till here, right? So you learn through these experiences, man. You learn through it. Being stuck on limit on pending orders, that happened to me. It still happens to me till this day, but now I can quickly see it, and I can cancel and put in another order, and I'll get out quick. I know how to do it fast. So versus when in the beginning I would have a pending order and I wouldn't even know I had a pending order, you know. So you're gonna go through some struggles with trading in order to learn. But if you are able to capture your lessons through those losses, then you're gonna do just fine, man. You're gonna do just fine. All right, man. Yo, it's 10:30. The market's we pretty much made over profits for today, man. There's no reason for us to continue trading. If you love trading, I mean, by all means, go ahead, do your thing. But there really isn't a reason here, right? This move alone was enough to make enough money for the week. Right? Now, if you didn't make enough, it's just because you're just starting and you're putting in a lesser amount of money on contracts. You might be buying a $30, $40 contract, maybe a 50, maybe $100 on a contract. But if you keep compounding these gains, and then one day you're able to put $10,000, $5,000, $2,000 on some puts and capture a move like this, dude, you will make enough money for the next freaking month. You know what I'm saying? So don't focus too much on the money amount, on the quantity. Right? Just look at, I like to look at the percentage. I like to point out the percentage. I'm up 126%. All right, that's great. Even if that's 126%, it's $5, it's $10, it's 50, 80, $100. It don't matter, bro. You made 120%. You made 50%. You made 20%. And what kind of bank out here is giving you guys that? There's no bank out here giving it. So be proud of that. Don't make it seem less than what it is, you know? Don't make it seem less. It's fair value gap here. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. I will be careful here though, because this looks like a range here. This looks like a range here. Something like that. So I would wait, actually, if we could come up a little bit higher, or if we could come up to the supply zone, that would be great. I'd rather sell from here, honestly. This would be a good spot to sell. So let's say this range is working, right? Let's say this range is working, right? Let's pretend. And all right, let's say price comes down here, comes back here, comes back up here. If it comes to a point where we meet the high of this range and, right, the high of the range and this supply zone, then this will be a perfect spot for shorts. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. You know, I'm just thinking maybe 10, 20, 40 minutes ahead, maybe an hour ahead. This would be a great spot to sell. Okay, you don't just want to get used to selling it, right? You don't want to just look at price action and be like, okay, that's a red candle, a hammer, okay, it's going down. Like, you want to try to analyze the market a little bit more than that. Right? We tapped into this demand zone, okay, and although that's a strong selling candle, right, price is going to act different once it taps to the zone than before it tapped it. Right? Because what happens is when we tapped into a demand zone, it's almost like the buyers are recharging. It's like now all of a sudden there's now buyers in the market. And the same thing here, when we tap into a supply zone, it's like, okay, now that it's like recharging the sellers. It's like now there wasn't maybe no sellers before, but now we tap into a supply, you're gonna see sellers. So just do with that what you want. That's pretty much the sauce right there. You know, you're gonna know a difference when price taps. When you're selling here, okay, when you're selling here, it's different. Right? It's different. This here is not a demand zone. Right? I knew price. I had an idea the price was gonna pull back here because this is a breaker block, not because it's a demand zone. Now this is a demand zone. This is where I was targeting those puts to exit those puts and buy out of my contract. So there's a little bit of a difference. It's a little bit of a difference, and I know, and you know this is a breaker block because we broke this low before this rip back up. So essentially it looks like a liquidity sweep. Right? We sweep these lows and then the market shoots back up. When it comes back down, you're gonna find buyers here. I'll show you another example. Let's see. I'll show you another example. Let's see. I look for it right here. No, actually not that one. They on here. Let's use for example this one. Right there. Right? We sweep the low. We had a strong move up. What did we do? We found support at this breaker block. Zoom into it so you get to see it. What did price do? We tapped it, and immediately after tapping it, price went up. Okay? It's the same thing here. It's the same thing here. This stuff, like I said, it repeats itself. All right, I think we're gonna call it a day there, guys. We took the best opportunity of the day. We seized it, and that's pretty much what we're here to do, man. That's your job as a trader, is to seize the best opportunity and call it a day. Call it a day. Don't need to overtrade. Don't need to scalp 100 times. Don't need to get back your profits. Whatever money you make, keep it. Keep it for a day. Keep it for tomorrow. All right, make sure you go to sleep with those 50% or that 20% profit. Go to sleep and let yourself feel good about it. Because if you get in the habit of trading over and over again, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna give it back, and then you're gonna feel like shit, and it's gonna tear down your confidence. And it's just not a good idea, you know. But that's just me. That's just me. All right, fellas. Yo, thank you for coming through. If you guys don't have any questions, I'm gonna call it a day. Give you guys just 2 minutes or so. See if you want to type something in. What a morning. All right, I don't see any questions, guys. That's cool, man. I'm glad you guys are learning here. We'll keep coming back. Try to end the week strong. Tomorrow's Friday. And see if we have anything going on Friday. Oh, shit, yeah, we do. We have Chicago PMI at 9:45 and consumer sentiment. These are like the ones I'm looking out for. We do have these two other reports coming out as well, but I don't normally trade before 9:30, so I'm really just looking out for these two. And usually when consumer sentiment comes out, the market does move like crazy, so we should be seeing a big move tomorrow. Let's hope that we can analyze the market the best way we can so we can end up on the right side of the market and maybe collect some more profits. All right? Thanks for coming. Make sure you'll help me out, hit that like button. And as always, yo, hit me up with questions. You know, guys, I'm here to help. I'm only doing these live streams just to help you guys. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, so ask questions. I always say ask questions. All right, so keep studying the charts, man, and have a great day, man. All right, y'all, peace.